Hi everybody, welcome back to another English update where I'll introduce 5 new helpful natural phrases, words or chunks of language for you. Before I get into that, I'd just like to make a few announcements as usual. So while listening along, if you find you're missing exactly what I'm saying, do check my comment below the video where I will write out each of today's chunks for you to read. If you find these videos useful, please do share them with someone you know who's learning English too. And if you'd like to practice any of these, then you can leave a comment of your own under the video, try and make your own sentence, and if you do, I'll give you a bit of feedback. Awesome. So with that said, let's get into the first one. This video is reviewing some stuff from last week of work, and this one was set the bar quite high. So when someone sets the bar quite high, what it means is the bar is kind of a measure of the standard of how good something can be. So when someone sets the bar quite high, do they perform well or do they perform poorly? Well, they perform very well, right? And they set the standard quite high for everyone else. So for example, let's say if we were like going to a talent show. If I don't know if you guys had that, but when I was in primary school, we used to have a talent show. So if the first person on stage juggles, I don't know, 7 balls and they're throwing them behind their back and they've got their eyes closed, then that would set the bar extremely high for everyone else. And the person who's going to perform next might feel a bit worried. They might in fact think, I don't know if I really want to go on stage anymore, because maybe the person set the bar a bit too high. They performed too well, even for everyone else to follow. Number 2 is put too much emphasis on. This is pretty much synonymous with focus on. Too much, I guess. Put too much emphasis is more than you should. So to give you a couple of examples here, I would say that in my experience learning languages at school, my teachers put too much emphasis on correct grammar in sentences. And as many of you will know, if you attend my classes, I don't focus too much on grammatical accuracy. It's more about vocabulary or the appropriateness of your kind of lexis, the words you're using. So I definitely think my teachers put too much emphasis on grammar and discouraged me from trying to speak, from trying to write. I just felt like I was going to fail every time, no matter what. Let's see, that would be a good one for you to write an example for, in fact. Maybe you have a colleague at work or even a superior who puts too much emphasis on a certain thing. So if that's the case, then write a sentence below to express that for me. Number 3 is a structure where I got up to. Not as a question, where did you get up to, but as a kind of relative clause, where I got up to. And this is most commonly used in books, I suppose, but nowadays also maybe websites or online courses, I suppose too. But where you got up to is the place where you stopped last time. So if I was reading a book and I got to the end of chapter 3 and then I put it away, forgot about it, and then I might pick the book up again, I don't know, next year, and I'll say to myself, I'm sure I started reading this book, but I can't remember where I got up to at all. I guess I'll just go back to the beginning and start again. This could also be used for a film. I don't know if any of you ever do this, where you start a film but can't finish it. I've done that a couple of times before where I was going to fall asleep, so I stopped the film. I remembered where I got up to, and then I might have finished it the next day. Number 4 is keep on top of. So people often keep on top of tasks at work or keep on top of managing different things. So if you have a lot to keep on top of, then it means you're quite busy, you have a lot of responsibilities. To try and help you understand this, if you imagine that your responsibilities are I don't know, cute little animals running around in front of you. You know, you're trying to manage all of them, keep on top of them, means that you're in control of everyone. Whereas if they start to escape, then you're no longer on top of them, they've got away from you. So as an example, I'm trying to keep on top of uploading one video every day, at least 6 days a week at the moment, and I've been able to keep on top of that so far. What else? Let's see. I suppose maybe if you work in finance, as a few of my students do, then your work might be hard to keep on top of at particular periods of the month, as another example. And number 5 is simply to find something fulfilling. So you can use just the verb fulfill, like I am fulfilled by something, but I would say, at least from my perspective, it's a little bit unusual to say I am fulfilled by something, because it sounds like that one thing is everything you need in life. Whereas when you talk about finding something fulfilling, it's a little bit more descriptive, I think, and a bit more natural. So you can tell me then about multiple aspects of your life, or even hobbies or things that you like to do, which you find fulfilling. So not that any one of them fulfills you, you know, entirely. It doesn't fulfill you alone, but it, you know, your feeling about it is that it is fulfilling. So it contributes to you being content. So for example, I find teaching quite fulfilling, particularly when I see students improve. What else? I find language learning quite fulfilling too. You know, it tires your brain, it's quite hard to do, but when you improve, yeah, it makes you feel quite proud of yourself. So that was our 5 chunks for today. Yeah, do check the Quizlet link in the description below if you'd like to review and practice this language, as well as all of my other English update sets. Otherwise, see you in the next video. Goodbye.